Television. For tonight's headlines, we have the consultation meeting of peace initiatives and efforts for Sudan. For the international scene, Hamas and Fatah sign a national unity agreement in Palestine. This morning, the Republic of Djibouti opened its door to a highly important meeting marking a crucial milestone in the peace efforts for Sudan. That it was in this context that the second consultative meeting of peace initiatives and efforts in Sudan was held, bringing together leading figures in the international diplomacy at the Palace Kempinski Hotel. This meeting follows on from the first consultation meeting held on 12 June 2024 at the headquarters of the League of Arab States in Cairo, Egypt. At this first meeting, the participants stressed the need to maintain regular meetings to exchange views on joint efforts and ensure harmonizations of initiative in favor of Sudan. Their common objective is to achieve a mutually reinforcing result in this quest for stability for Sudan. Today, Djibouti, thanks to its strategic positions and unwavering commitment to regional peace, is playing a central role in this noble endeavor. Dr. Nabil Mohamed Ahmed, Minister of Higher Education and Research, as Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation in the absence of the Minister Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, who is currently traveling abroad. This meeting promises to be a moment of great diplomatic intensity.
I would also like to thank each of you, representative of regional and international organizations, as well as representative of states, for your attendance and your continued commitment to restoring peace and stability to Sudan. Ladies and gentlemen, Sudan is going through one of the worst humanitarian crises in the world. This crisis cannot leave us indifferent. It demands our attention and our collective action. For more than 15 months, fighting has caused human losses, displaced millions of Sudanese, and destroys vital infrastructure. Daily violations of fundamental human rights and international law are worrying. Violence of all kinds threatens not only the integrity of Sudan, but also the stability of the entire region. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, it's urgent, imperative, that we strengthen our coordination and cooperation to find lasting solutions to assist population and regain peace in Sudan.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdilli, accompanied by his technical advisor and the coordinator of the expanded programs on immunizations, made a two-day working visit to the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire to take part in an interministerial meeting on immunization as part of the preparations of the countries for the gradual end of Gavi support for immunization. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdilli, meet his counterparts from Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Sao Tome and Principe in the presence of the Director General of Gavi. The minister took part in a workshop chaired by the Prime Minister of the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, His Excellency Beligre Mambe. The ceremony ended with the ratifications of the Abidjan Declarations on the transition of Gavi support towards sustainable domestic financing of immunization. The Abidjan Declaration commits our government to put in place innovative mechanisms to ensure robust immunization programs capable of achieving in a sustainable manner the immunization coverage targets set out in the 2030 immunization agenda and the Addis Ababa Declaration on Immunizations, which commits African leaders to increase political and financial investment in immunization programs to achieve universal access. Djibouti athletes arrived at the Saint-Saint-Denis Olympic Village, Paris, 23 July 2024, the Olympic Village located in the north of Paris and spread over three municipalities, Saint-Saint-Denis and Ile-Saint-Denis, officially opened its door last Thursday. This event marks the start of a wave of arrivals with over 14,000 people expected at the head of the games. Delegations were welcomed to the villages this morning, including Djibouti delegation selected for athletics at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Some of the Djibouti sportsmen and women selected were already then, including judo prodigy Adan Hassan Alexander, the young swimmer Muhammad Hussein Barkat, Vice President Fardousa Musa Ige, the head of the missions Abdulqadir Burhan Kanano, warmly welcomed our national athletes. This symbolic moment reinforces the Olympic spirit and testifies to the importance of this international competition. The 52-hectare Olympic Village will accommodate a total of 14,500 people during the Olympic Games, including 9,000 athletes. In addition to the athletes and their staff, it will also house 4,000 employees responsible for running the village, as well as 1,500 volunteers dedicated to supporting the delegations on a daily basis. On his arrival at the Olympic Village, National Athletics Team coach Mr. Hassan
شرف آذو علصو عينا شهود تسميو قاوي أي أعوقتا وعالي مسارتين جابوتنا عسينيو شرف آذو علصو عينا شهود تسميو قاوي أي أعوقتا
Djibouti's athletes get ready to the Paris Olympics with just a few days to go before the start of the competitions. The entire population of Djibouti is getting ready to support its sporting heroes. Several outstanding athletes have been selected to represent our country at the Paris Olympic Games. Among them, Mohamed Ismail Fatah has been designated as the flag bearer. He will be accompanied by others promising talents such as Samia Hassan Noor, Muhyiddin Abdi Wa'is, and Ibrahim Hassan Bouh. In judo, expectations are particularly focused on Alexander Hussein, whose performance is eagerly awaited by fans and international observers. In swimming, the young prodigy Muhammad Hussein Barkat and the promising Ni'ma have also been selected to represent Djibouti in what promises to be exciting and competitive events. These athletes benefit from the invaluable support of the grant awarded by His Excellency President Ismail Mergele, and expressed his warm wishes for success to all the athletes, underlining the importance of their missions to represent Djibouti with dignity and honor its flag on the international stage. The summer sport activities in full swing at Wahl Daba yesterday. The Wahl Daba district was alive with the sound of cheering supporters and the glamour of victories at the football tournament organized as part of the summer sport program under the watchful ease of the committee appointed by the Secretary of State for Sport. The organizers scheduled two high-flying matches to mark the start of the final phase of the tournament. The committee, headed by Hassan Kako Mohammed, Administrative and Financial Director of the Agency for the Promotions of Sport, and Mr. Ibrahim Hassan Ibrahim, Head of the Department of the Sport, visited the site to assess the smooth running of the activities. Their report was unanimous. The organization was impeccable, and enthusiasm of the population is undeniable. Warmly congratulating the organizers on their dedication and professionalism, the committee expressed its satisfaction with the efficient management of the event. They also encouraged participants to keep up the momentum right up to the conclusions scheduled for August. The tournament, which is gaining momentum with each passing event, is sure to generate enthusiasm and ensure that Djibouti's youth can flourish during the holiday season with dynamic programs and some great matches. The organizers are promising a memorable and above all eventful end to the summer. As part of its ongoing mission to meet the decent housing need to the most vulnerable and needy, the EOJ Housing Foundation, headed by its director Mahmoud Ali, traveled to the town of Ali Sabih for a ceremony to hand over the key of 100 Asajog beneficiaries. The ceremony, which was marked by hope and change, took place at the foundation's housing complex and was attended by an august gathering, including the Deputy Prefect Saida Waberi Asowe, the second Vice President of the National Assembly, Honorable Omar Ahmed Wais, the Director of Social Affairs Muhammad Awali Migil, and the Regional Member of Parliament Filsan Abdullahi Migil. In addition to the 50 housing units previously granted to Holhol, 100 beneficiaries from the chief town of Ali Sabih were handed the key to their homes. Today, these beneficiaries drawn from the social register managed by the Ministry of Social Affairs Solidarity meet the criteria of vulnerability, such as disability, not owning property, and having a large family. The achievement and prospect in the housing sector stem from the policy of the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, who has made it a national priority to build social housing in the regions to give their inhabitants easier access to decent housing. In addition to Ali Sabih, the EOJ Housing Foundation cover the 5 regions of the interior as well as Djibouti City, with the aim of increasing the number of housing units in the capital as well as in all the prefecture and sub-prefecture of Djibouti City. This prospect esteems for the visions of the President of the Republic, who is committed to leaving no one by the wayside. For his part, the director of the EOJ Foundation highlighted the decisive role of the President of the Republic as a pioneer in the fight against poverty. Concrete actions has been taken to combat inadequate housing, notably through the provisions of social housing under the impetus of the President Ismail Omar Guelleh. The EOJ Foundation's housing scheme has been extended to cover the entire country from the capital to the 5 inland regions. A contract signing ceremony between the Local Development Committee and business was held yesterday at the Obok Regional Council, marking an important stage in the Emergency Social Protection and Food Security Response Project. The project is funded by the World Bank, administered by the Ministry of Social Affairs Solidarity, and implemented in part by the Djibouti Social Development Agency, ADDS, through the community-led development approach. The ceremony was attended by a number of prominent figures, including the Director General of ADDS, Mahdi Mohamed Jama, the President of the Regional Council, Mohamed Ismail, the Acting Prefect of Obok, Mohamed Awad. Their presence underlines the importance and support of this development initiative, which aims to strengthen social protection and improve food security in vulnerable regions of our country. The contract signed between the Local Development Committee and the service providers will enable effective implementation and provide a rapid response to the needs of local populations. At the ceremony, representative of the local committee and the company signed collaboration agreements for the implementation of 16 sub-projects of various kinds. These sub-projects include the constructions of water wells, community premises, community market, and other essential infrastructure identified by the rural community. This project, financed by the tune of 113 million Djibouti francs for the year 2023 and 2024, focus on concrete sustainable actions that will directly benefit the region's inhabitants. And a delegation led by the Director General of ADDS then traveled to Ma'diho to meet the local population. They were welcomed by the local general elder. A meeting was held with the community who thanked the delegations for visiting their village. They then explained their situation of water stress, their desire to diversify their activities. The managing director undertook to pass on their concern to the various departments concerned in order to remedy the thirst problems, and also reminded them of the ADDS previous actions in the Ma'diho area. He launched a new avenue of collaboration to strengthen the community's resilience. Particularly, they recommended that the community set up cooperative in the clearing and beekeeping sectors to be eligible for funding from the resources that will be made available through the PGIR project, which is partly managed by ADDS. The delegation led by the Director General of ADDS and the President of the Regional Council and the Acting Prefect of Obah, Mohammed Awad, then traveled to the locality of Dalayaf to take part in the ceremony marking the first stone laying for the construction of a community hall. This initiative is part of the Emergency Social Protection and Food Security Response Project financed by the World Bank, administered by the Ministry of Social Affairs Solidarity, and implemented by ADDS. This project aims to provide the community of Dalayaf with essential infrastructure that will serve as a community platform and strengthen social cohesion. The constructions of this facility represent a crucial step towards improving the living conditions of the people of Dalayaf who have expressed their satisfaction. For his part, the Director General of ADDS, Mahdi Mohammed Jama, said that this project is further proof of the commitment of the government and its partner to respond to the needs of local population and to promote sustainable and inclusive development. ADDS, in collaboration with the local authorities, will continue to closely monitor the implementations of this project to ensure its success and sustainability. The torrential and intermittent rainfall affected certain regions in the north and south of the countries. In the Tajura region, torrential rain accompanied by violent winds fell in the Dora subprefecture. Several areas, including the town of Dora, Balho, and Malaho, were affected by the bad weather, which devastated homes in Malaho. Lightning strikes hit several houses, and according to the prefect of Tajura, a child died and 3 members of the family were injured. Several houses were damaged. The sub-prefect of Dora, Mr. Abdullah Kamil, and the elected representative of the regions went to the scene and saw the situation is caused by the bad weather, which has affected other regions, according to the National News Meteorological Agency. For the international scene, Hamas and Fatah announced on Tuesday that they had signed a national unity agreement in Beijing, China. The document paves the way of the formation of an acting government of national reconciliation. The two Palestinian parties have been at loggerheads since 2007. Today, as we sign an agreement for national unity, we are saying that the way to complete this journey is our national unity, and so we are adhering to it. We will not allow anything to undermine this national unity, and we pray that it will materialize, said Musa Abu Marzouk, a senior Hamas politician. This new situation comes against a backdrop of war between Israel and Hamas, which has turned Gaza into the fire of ruins. Israel has ruled out any authorities in the Palestinian enclaves, including Hamas. You saw the huge crowd in European capitals in support of the Palestinian rights. You have seen 143 countries around the world that the General Assembly supporting Palestinian rights. You have seen the decisions of the Supreme Court of Justice and the ICC. All gives us hope that there are peoples in this world who seek justice, said Mahmoud Al-Abul, representative of the Fatah party. And to close up this edition, Nepal strikes on the morning Wednesday, 24 July in Nepal. A plane on a domestic flight crashed with 19 people on board as it took off from took off from the capital Kathmandu, reported by the Nepalese newspaper Kathmandu Post. 19 people, including the flight crew, were on board the plane bound for Pokhara. The newspaper quoted as airport spokesman Primas Thakur as saying the police reported several casualties. The pilot has been rescued and is being treated, said police spokesman. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.